So this Klein plug tester had me chasing an open ground. But watch this. As you can see there, that light indicates an open ground. But if I jiggle the tester, you can see both lights light up. That say it's good. So, is there something wrong with my wiring, or is it something wrong with the tester? So after figuring out that my old tester was giving me bad readings, I decided it was time for an upgrade. This is the Klein RT250. It does everything that my basic tester does, but it also gives me actual voltage reading and some extra information when you're testing GFCIs. So right away, you can tell that it's much bigger than the other one. Obviously, it's got an LCD screen and gives you some extra information. So nothing has changed with the wiring. This receptacle here is wired correctly. I'll plug in the faulty tester. It's showing an open ground. And I'll show you on the camera here that you can see that top line right there with the middle light illuminated says open ground. Grab the identical Klein tester, which I know works. Both lights here are illuminating, indicating this receptacle is wired correctly. So now let's plug in the new Klein RT250. It's got one green light here that says correct and a red light that says fault. And you can see the LCD screen here. Once you plug it in, it'll illuminate green if it's correct, and then I'll pull it out and then you'll be able to see the information that it gives you. You can see the green light there. And you can see there that it's telling me 120 volts and it's saying correct. So there we have 3 testers, 2 of them identical, 1 new one, and the only one that's telling me there's a problem is this guy. So now that we know that this receptacle is wired correctly, let's create an actual open ground and see what the testers do. Right here, you can see this is the ground connection for this entire circuit. I'm just going to undo this waggle lever, pull the ground off. So you can see it there, it's no longer connected. Let's plug in the good RT210 that works and see. It's giving us an actual fault of open ground. Plug in the new RT250. And the red light is on to let us know that there's a fault. And pull this out, put it up to the screen so you guys can see what it says. Right there, 120 volts, open ground. The difference this time is we know there's an actual open ground because I created it. So let's plug this back in and I'm going to reconnect the ground to make this fault go away. As you can see, the light changed from red to green, indicating it is good. Let's pull it out there. 120 volt and correct. So now I am going to go plug this RT250 tester into the receptacle and I'm going to demonstrate the downstream protection of the GFCI circuit. I just have to reposition the camera. So this receptacle is connected to the load side of this GFCI circuit, so it's protected by the GFCI even though it's a regular receptacle. Let's test it and see how fast the GFCI responds. Press the test button. As you can see, it's telling us 0.08 seconds it took for the GFCI to cut power. So when you press that test button, it mimics a fault. So this is the information that I couldn't show with my old tester. I could prove that the GFCI protected the receptacle, but now I can see how fast it does it. So after all of that, was there actually an open ground in the circuit? No, the problem was the tester. And that's probably the biggest lesson here. These little plug-in testers are great troubleshooting tools, but don't blindly trust one reading when something doesn't make sense. So for me, the RT250 is a worthwhile upgrade. I still get the quick wiring check, but now I also get actual voltage, a digital readout, and GFCI trip time.